Heidi, are you kidding me, Heidi? Are you kidding me?
What? What happened?
In just let's see here, 24 minutes, it'll only be 10 more days until election. What is going on?
Watching you.
Let me check something. Are we still
Okay.
live?
Yes.
Or did I mess it up?
Oh, what did you?
I
Why'd
don't
you do
know.
that? Why did you do that?
I don't know. Did I mess it up?
Yeah. Oh, how'd you do that?
I don't know.
Too
I was
proud.
trying to do YouTube.
I'm gonna jack the.
Let me see.
I think we're still here, but
Are we still live? Can you read comments? No picture. Oh, look, we didn't switch the picture. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. We're really special tonight. Okay, are we there now?
okay. Hey, there we go. We're just figuring out how to work this equipment here, right?
Yes.
Anyways, good Friday night to all. Like this, anybody you want to say hi to specifically, Heidi?
I don't know who's here.
I know the Kava boys. They usually they might drop in. Sorry, I haven't dropped into the Kava Club in a while, but yeah. Good Friday night.
It's crazy day.
Was the audio on at least when we did this earlier? Was the audio on?
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
audio
Anyways.
was on.
Thank you to the group UB40 for a little bit of grooving. I put that song in because I don't know, just wanted to be grooving on a Friday night. But okay.
Okay. I'm working. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm on YouTube
Okay.
too.
Yay. Okay. Anyways, what's happening, Heidi? You gonna check in? You here? You here with me?
I'm here.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. And tipping my hat to all the white hats out there. I don't think any of the white hats watch this because they're like on a different level. But to anybody out there that might be watching, you and I are more in this for the white hats. The Alliance. The good guys. What's going on in the world, Heidi? You were just looking at the news.
Well, the biggest thing today is the revelations that are coming out about what's on the Hunter Biden laptop. I think it's starting to sound like worse than what people originally thought. It sounds like there's incest on there. Like it's not even. I mean,
where you get your information from?
Chanel
First of all, you got
from OAN.
Chanel Ryan.
Chanel Ryan was reporting that it was his niece, his Beau Biden's daughter, his dead brother, who he ended up sleeping with his wife, was also messing around with his niece. It sounds like this is a sick, disgusting family that doesn't think much of doing that. I mean, you see those pictures of Joe kissing his granddaughter on the mouth like that.
It's more than
disgusting.
that, though. It's all those pictures from when people come to when they're sworn in Congress. They bring their families and it's a photo op and the whole thing, and they put their hand on the Bible and they take the oath. And you see, it's an opportunity for families to get together and to come to Washington D.C. and do the whole thing. And then you got creepy Uncle Joe, dude. That guy is sick, and everybody knows that. I don't know who would support this guy. I really don't. You know. The photos, the videos, everything's there. Everything's there. We don't need to go any further than that. That's all known. Everybody knows this stuff already, Eddie. So, what else is there to learn from this this laptop?
Well, they're going to have to take action. I mean, there's criminal acts with Joe Biden's name all over them, and like, they have to go to the DOJ, and I think that's what they're all doing. They've all submitted to the police.
Okay, I'm gonna cut to the chase.
What?
Do you think Joe Biden's gonna be the candidate?
No.
Okay.
I don't
So
think-
how is this gonna work out? If he's not the
I don't
candidate,
know.
who fills in? I'm just playing Democrats advocate.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work.
How does that gonna work? Who do you think is gonna fill in? Do you think Kamala? What is her name? What's her name? You there, Heidi?
Kamala.
Okay. Is she gonna be the? She can't be the candidate. She's not an American. She wasn't.
Well,
She wasn't. She doesn't qualify as an American.
she doesn't because her parents are not citizens. Is that why?
Yeah. Well, she's.
I don't know
she's
the story.
Yeah, I don't know how she came. Well,
I thought she was born here.
but were her parents Americans?
That's where I think the question is. I
The
don't.
dad's a.
Jamaican and the mother's Canadian, is something like that. I don't know. I don't follow her too much.
Indian, American. I mean, East Indian. One's an East Indian, one's a Jamaican. The
Yeah,
dad's
but
Jamaican,
one's-
and then the mom's an East Indian from East India. And somehow, when you combine those two, it becomes an African American, right? She represents the African American. I don't know how that works, and I don't know how to do that math. That's that new kind of Common Core math or something like that. That's a new math. I don't understand how that works.
I don't either.
I don't understand how it works.
But then all the blacks that are voting for Trump are not black. But Kamala Harris is black.
We live in. Remember that lady she was the president of the NAACP in Seattle, Dolezal, or
Yes,
Dolezal?
the lady that was 100% white.
Okay, that was pretty cool. You got to admit that was kind of funny when she did that.
That was pretty. Like she really owned it. Her and
So-
Sean King, man.
So again, what constitutes a person being white or black? If I identify as white, am I white tomorrow?
We live in a world where yes, you can.
I can do
identify-
that?
Yes, we live in a world where you can do that.
Okay. Do I get all the white privilege that white men get? Because there's all kinds of.
I think
It's like
it's in your own head.
Is it
Privilege is in your head.
Is it a AAA? You know, AAA. They have the little card. And you can
Yes.
flip it over and look at the back.
If being white is in your head, then your white privilege is in your head too.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna try that. I think I'm gonna try that tomorrow. When I go get donuts in the morning, I'm gonna see if I get
See if
like.
you get a white
They're
discount.
they're gonna look both ways and go, bro. We gave you 14, not a baker's dozen, not a dozen. We gave you the
But
bro
the
down
white man's-
dozen.
The white man's
White-
dozen.
And it's probably a like a chocolate bar or something like that. You know, something. Yeah. Anyways.
Yes. So, yep. Eve is telling us she's throwing it down. Trader Joe has been sold out to China, Pakistan, Israel too. Since 1973, world waking up to that. 50 years of selling everyone down the river. Wow. So Israel too. I didn't read Israel and Pakistan. I knew it was the Ukraine. I knew it was China, and I knew it was. There was another Eastern European country that was mentioned. I don't know. Sergio Montez, what's up? I miss you guys up there in Newport Beach. I got there around 1 p.m. Oh, yes. Newport was fun. This week was exhausting. I'm mentally on empty right now. I know. I just don't want to sleep. I just want to keep. I think we're all just like we were talking about the other night, we're all just on edge, waiting for it to drop. And it's like, it feels like it's dropped, but like the fake news isn't acknowledging it yet. So I kind of feel like we're waiting for that moment to happen when the fake news has to report on what's on the Hunter Biden laptop.
Yeah, from what I'm understanding, and I think you've said this already, right? Is that a lot of the news outlets have already received copies of what's on some of the things
That's
of what's
what I
on
read.
that,
That several, yeah.
and
news
that
outlets.
no one is saying a thing. They're all sitting on it. They're just sitting on it, and no one wants to be the first one to come out with it because it's pretty damning for all their bosses. I mean, we're talking about the elites. We're talking about the elites of all the medias, the media organizations. I mean, this has everything to do with Project Mockingbird. If you don't know anything about that CIA project, there's a lot of compromised. Just look it up. Do your research. Check it out. Try Googling it. You'll be surprised at what you find out because there's a lot of people, including Anderson Cooper, who are compromised operatives and have basically been reporting the news. And the news starts at 4 a.m. on the East Coast, as everyone knows. That's when the world wakes up, is when the East Coast gets their talking points at 4 a.m. and then of course they go live with it at 5. But just to mess with everybody, POTUS likes to tweet at what time?
4 a.m.
No.
Oh.
Probably more like 4:55, right when they're about ready to go to air.
Oh yeah, and he does. He like because my phone only goes off when POTUS tweets, so I know when he's tweeting, and he will go boom, boom, boom.
You know what?
Go, beep, 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 beep. Molly Craig says FBI correct. Yes, because you know why? The FBI had that laptop. The FBI had that laptop
Right.
all this time. All this time they knew what was on the laptop. Christopher Wray knew it, and all that Trump went through all that impeachment, and everything on that laptop would have completely exonerated him, but they let him go through that. And maybe we had to go through that. Was that part of the plan?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's insane though.
But they've been sitting on that
Why
amount
is
of evidence.
Ray not fired or resigned yet?
Well, hey, you know what we were told to trust Ray. Okay, what does that mean? With the exception of the pictures with his photograph X'd on it. Okay, what does that mean? That's simple. You know, he was whatever for whatever reason. There was once upon a time. Is it a Q post or is that a Joe M? That's got to be a Q post. Trust Ray.
Yes. So for my YouTube people, I dropped a link in there. We've never tried it before, but I thought we could try it. I don't know if it could work. We could test it out. We're supposed to be able to
scary
have someone come on as a guest. So if anybody wants to try it, you could try it and we can test it out and see if it works. Yes. I don't know.
And by the way, if you do you like that, Heidi got really decorative with her you know, she's got that lady's touch, so she put up all these signs.
Yes. Well, okay, so every rally we go to, we collect.
Thieves.
They're not thieves.
They're sign thieves.
There's signs everywhere. Like people leave them on the ground.
No, they don't. Not anymore.
No, but there's stacks of them. There was stacks of them. So every rally we go to, we grab a few. We grab at least one of each, because there's always different ones.
Souvenirs.
So we have this cool collection, and it's just in a pile at home, not being seen. And so I was like, dang it, Brian, there's 10 days left. We got to show off our signs. You can't see them all, but there's Black Voices for Trump, Pro-Life Voices for Trump, Latinos for Trump, Veterans for Trump, Californians for Trump, Peaceful Protesters, Make California Great Again.
The California ones are from the San Diego, I think the San Diego Republican Party, or San Diego Elect Donald Trump Committee or something like that. But those are pretty cool signs, San Diego. San Diego threw down with the signs. I don't know where Orange County represents their signs are, but yeah, when I see signs, I try to take a few. Without a doubt. Bumper stickers too.
Biden is a creepy J puppet. Creepy. What do you... I don't know what you're writing. I saw a comment that there are many laptops, hard drives, and many hunters in many countries. The idea that other countries had the same deal with China as our deep state. Wow. So you're saying in other countries there's other politicians that have sons that have been
family members
blackmailed, and that China has all this dirt on them, and so they're controlling China.
Who said that?
Tim said that.
Tim Alexander throwing it down again. Guys, are you starting to figure this out? Are you starting to figure out what it looks like? It's generational. It's compromising.
Oh, we got Tim here. I think. Okay, so what do I do? Okay, sorry if I don't figure it out.
Tim?
Can you hear us?
Wait a second. You gotta click it and go live. I think you gotta. Oh, he'll be able to hear.
Are you there, Tim? Oh, I see your face. How can we hear your voice? Okay, Can you hear me? I don't know. Audio.
Okay, we're trying to figure this out.
We're trying to figure this out. Let's see.
Wow, we might actually look like.
Uh-oh. Turn off the microphone. Let's just unplug the microphone.
Uh-oh. There's a delay in this too. How do you remember? We're gonna mess with this now. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna figure this out, Tim. Let's see. I don't know how to do this, Brian.
But you gotta activate it. So you gotta click it.
Add as.
Go to guest. Don't add. Okay. There we go. Oh wow.
And then go like that.
Let's see. Okay. Whoa.
There. Hey.
Now let's see if we can get his voice
hear
up. You gotta
though?
get his audio up.
Okay.
Click his audio. just crossed into the next level
Yes.
of production value. Oh my gosh.
Help me, Brian.
I don't know how to do this
Yeah.
stuff. I only work in broadcast people.
Echoey. What do we do?
This is on the webcam, so it's right here. Is that all right?
I don't know. Talk.
How you doing, Tim?
Can you hear us?
I thought I heard him for a second.
I know. I thought I did too.
Check. Okay, we're trying things out here. If you're joining us for the first time, this is the bumpy road of live.
Can you hear us, Tim?
I'm here a little bit.
Oh, there. I hear you. So do we? It's echoey.
Not bad.
Feedback. I unplugged the microphone. Dang it. Where's Steve? We need Steve.
Okay.
Hello?
You know what?
Hey,
I'll be checked. I'm going to say one thing. It's pretty cool to see this Tim Alexander guy.
I know.
I consider him a friend of mine, man. This is a friend of mine. Hey, how you doing? We're going to figure this out, and we're going to have a conversation. Because him, as well as a few other names that I'd love to put a face to name, are legit researchers who I learned a lot from already. So, Tim, we're gonna figure this thing out. I can see you waving, obviously, but I want to hear your voice.
Okay, talk to me.
hello.
Okay, we can hear you, but there's feedback from what? This? Maybe? No. Okay. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I'm trying. Okay. Let's try to have a conversation.
We're gonna.
Is there feedback on the on the Facebook page? Can you guys hear it? Scroll down and see what people are saying.
No one says anything.
Okay.
Oh, there's 29 comments. See the back. I guess somebody is saying something. Hi, Tim. That's from Dick. Hey, Dick. From the Netherlands, I believe you're from. Is there feedback? And can you hear Tim speaking? Tim, can you give us a
Testing 1 2 3.
Can you give us a little
Test.
Okay, I can hear him.
Testing. Very echoey.
Okay, it's still
Okay.
echoing.
I think we're gonna have to test this outside of this. Let's, yeah, because
Do you have any other thoughts, Brian?
no, but I think we should.
Okay.
Guess what, Tim? We're gonna ditch you.
We'll ditch you, Tim,
we're
and we'll
gonna-
try this when we're not live.
But I'd love to have
But
a
we-
conversation, and I promise when we figure this out, which will probably be late. We're gonna try to go live tomorrow as well. I'd love to have a conversation with Tim as well as
I can't
others
hear you now.
that we regularly talk with on Heidi's YouTube page. Guys, Tim, I see you, and we're gonna talk soon. Okay? Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully your schedule allows that we can do it tomorrow. Okay? Thank you, Tim.
Okay.
Let's go back to.
All right. I don't know how to.
There we go. And can you see if you can mute his, just in case his is still on? Hey guys, how you guys doing? Okay. It's exciting. It's exciting what's going on right now. Tim, we'll talk. We're gonna have to exchange phone numbers and do that whole thing so that we can have a conversation with you and see what's going on. Again, nice to at least see your face for the first time as well as others. I look forward to meeting all kinds of people that are friends of mine on Facebook and as well as Heidi's friends from YouTube. It's really crazy how you can become close to a profile name. Does that make sense? Is that weird? Yeah? Kind of, sort of? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean.
You're sharing things and they become like, if you see their life sometimes, but I don't really, I don't share that much of my life online. except for this, which is a lot more than I ever thought I would. But actually, I guess part of my story is I bailed on Facebook when I saw that people were taking pictures at say a Lakers game with a crowd behind them. They'll take a selfie and there'd be like 50 people behind them. And when they were posting it to Facebook, Facebook started asking, could it be these people? And it started going, and they did this for a little while. When that started happening, I was like, forget this. The facial recognition thing's out of control. So I deleted all my family pictures that were on there, and I just bailed on. I kept my account, and I left a few pictures up, but I bailed on Facebook, and I did not come back to Facebook until gosh, I started posting on your page, Heidi, right? And you started getting mad at me because I started getting political, and I was just like, I just wanted to just post things, and then you were like, Brian, knock it off.
Post on your own.
Go post on your own page. And I was like, I don't want to do it. It's just too political. And then this was before October of 2017 when Q Anonymous posted for the first time. Q Patriot, October 28th. When that happened, and then those subsequent posts that happened, I guess that kind of information propelled me back into Facebook, also known as LifeLog, which is a program from the Clowns in America. You can guess who those are. But yeah, once you figure out that this is just a big information gathering program, this whole Zuckerberg. And Zuckerberg is just another puppet that's out there. That's put. He's a hood ornament for Facebook. He's been placed there, and he's been there for a long time. He's part of a long generation of people who are just doing what they need to do for the globalist. Right, Ed? I'm talking a lot now. I could keep on going, but yeah.
No, I was.
That's how I came back to Facebook, by the way. And I came back just to drop memes and piss people off. Go ahead.
I was thinking a lot today about how so many people like outside of our country are praying for President Trump to win because people outside of this country, even outside of this country, understand what Trump represents. They really do. Every country has their own deep state. They have their own ruling class. They have their own, elite, and they understand that nationalism.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, is our audio bad? Oh,
just crank it up a little bit.
Hello. Oh.
Can we put this mic back on?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we're out of control here. But you know what?
This is a garage production, Brian.
This is a garage production, and you know what? That's what you get when you get for free TV. you get that.
Okay. How can I see the audio right there, right? So maybe a little bit better like that. You're too quiet on live. Okay, thank you, Erica. Can you hear me now? Is it better now?
You can crank it up, pot it up just a little bit. Hello, check. I don't know. Okay, crank it up over there, Heidi, on the little, on ours inputs, yes. Okay. Go stream out to the very, very right. Down just a little. There we go. Hello, how you doing? Can you guys hear me? Is this too loud? Okay, there we go. I think that's it.
We're just amateur over here. Sorry, guys. I don't know how much of the conversation you missed.
Okay. I hope this sounds better.
Is it still too low?
Erica,
Louder?
Erica Wilker.
Turn up still. People are saying turn it up still. Oh my goodness. Media. This is like a legit do you call this? Studio. Like it's all these controls
Inputs.
that I am not trained to use.
Is there a training school for this? How do you just like you're supposed to?
Oops. No, I need to learn how to use this program.
Maybe we need to just speak closer to this mic. Hello, check.
Yes, maybe you
Check,
can talk
check,
closer.
check. Is it on? No. Hello, hello.
Still has an echo. Dang it. Okay.
Okay, put the other one down. Go.
Check, check, check.
Hello. No, too much. You gotta
There's
turn.
an
You gotta
echo.
mute this right here.
Okay, can you hear us?
Hello. There we go. I've got it right there. I've got
Oh,
control.
wait, someone says maybe I have 2 tabs open. Maybe I do. You're right. That might be it.
Yep, you got that open. That's where you're getting feedback. You gotta close those. Just shut them down.
Okay.
Okay, check. I think we've got it right now. Okay, hey guys. We're landing. We're landing on the moon, just like NASA never did. I think we've got it, right? Okay.
Oh, Brian, you like live. Brian likes live. He's always like,
You
I
don't-
love live. You just never know what's gonna happen.
No, I don't love live. I don't say that.
Yeah, you
I
do.
just I don't want to edit anything. I don't want to like, okay, take 2, take 3. It's like just be real. Just talk about things
I
like
know.
That's why I don't love live. It's just like, hey, I'm not.
Nancy says okay, so it's okay now. Okay, good.
Nancy, what's up, Nancy? How you doing, Nancy? I know nothing about you, so I'm gonna say hi to Nancy.
Oh, we see your face, Nancy.
What's up, Nancy? Okay,
Where's Nancy from?
check this out, Nancy.
We're looking at her Facebook.
I don't know. I don't know.
It says she's a top fan, so we like you, Nancy,
Okay, Nancy, what's happening?
because you
Okay,
like a
check
lot
this-
of our stuff.
Okay, check this out. Heidi.
What?
Okay, and this is just a I'm gonna post that picture. That's what I need to do. Just look at this picture. It's pretty cool. And these are for anybody who's watching right now who wants to follow along. I'm just gonna throw this out there just because I like the photo, and it's just a little reminder of who the actors are. I'm gonna create this post. Go ahead.
Tim, maybe we'll not go too long, and then we'll practice. When we're not live, maybe I could do a practice with just you and see if we could figure it out. So then we could try again. I don't know. I don't know how late you plan on being up.
I don't know how long we're gonna be doing this because I gotta be up early in the morning.
Yeah.
'Cause we all got a party to go to. Okay, wherever you're at, there's a party going on tomorrow. There's only a couple weekends left before the election. So, again, find out where that party is. I don't care if it's on a corner, standing there waving a flag, or hanging out with your friends somewhere, or just some party somewhere where like-minded patriots are just hanging out. Find out where that's at. It's somewhere. We're going to a couple tomorrow. We're going to one. If you're in Southern California, we're going to the one, I believe, in Valencia. We're going to hang out with and then we're going to go to Beverly Hills. I want to meet. I forgot her name.
Katie Hopkins.
Katie Hopkins.
Katie
But she's
Hopkins
going to be
is
there.
pretty
Katie Hopkins,
batty.
you are a star. We like you. You're.
She's
You
pretty
know what?
rad.
She's smart. That's why.
She is, and she's not afraid.
Okay.
She's bold.
This is what I. Okay.
What were you talking about?
I just want to put a cool picture on that I like.
So, was anybody else surprised that there was actually a debate last night? I really thought something weird was going to happen and they were going to cancel it because of the laptop.
Did Kristen Welker ever bring up the what was just being reported about the contents of the laptop from Bob Binsky, whatever his name, Bob Ulinsky? Bobulinski?
Bobulinski. I don't know.
Did she even? Was there any interaction? I got there late, so was there any did she mention it? Did it come up?
No, Trump
she-
no. She didn't bring it up.
Okay.
Trump brought it up, and he had to bring it up. the lady wasn't going to bring it up. And of course, Joe Biden's response was, "Oh, that's debunked," or whatever he said, baseless or debunked. You know how they always say everything's baseless or debunked, but they don't ever tell you what is baseless or debunked. I would love to one night go through one of these QAnon, anti-QAnon articles where they supposedly debunk Q or whatever, but they don't actually debunk anything. I would just love to go read it and just like correct every single half-truth that's in all these stupid articles that debunk the baseless QAnon.
Okay. This is just a fun picture that Heidi and I were talking about. We were asking about one of the members of this in this picture, so I dug it up. If you're watching right now, check this out. Okay.
Can you post that in the comments, maybe?
I guess I could.
Try
No, I'm
that.
just gonna make a post. I'm just gonna make
Okay.
a post of it. I should put it in the comments too.
Well, you gotta add a little more information.
No.
People aren't gonna understand.
Yeah, they will. Take a look at that. Do the
They
dig,
don't
guys.
understand Lindsey
Okay,
Graham
okay,
as deep state.
well-
A lot of people don't know that.
Well, now you just told them. You just gave them a little. Anybody who's watching right now got a little hint from Heidi. Okay, it's a rad picture. It's fun. It's nice. It's very telling. You've got what's her name again? What's her
Natalie Wood.
name? Natalie. Is that? Why do you laugh, Heidi?
Voyolzovich. What's her name?
Yovanovitch.
Yanovich.
Yanovich. The Ukrainian, the
Ambassador.
the ambassador
And Klobuchar is in that picture too.
in Klobuchar, and so is
Klobuchar and
most important, No Name. No
No
Name is
Name.
No Name is okay. No Name is he's the party guy there. Like he's like, this is my party. I called it together. So No Name is there, and then of course, what's his name? Lindsay's sitting there smiling with his little. He's happy to be there too.
Okay, so
he's-
what country are they in? Is that the Ukraine?
That's somebody help me out, guys. I believe this is Syria. Is this Syria?
Oh, I agree, Tim. Biden dug many holes during the debate that he will never be able to cover over. Trump is genius now in taking videos debunking all his lies. I know. Biden made some big mistakes last night. I thought he did, and I think the left even knows it too.
You know what? It's not his fault though, Heidi. You know whose fault it is? It's the teleprompter guy that's giving him
The answers.
through the Google.
Well, I think he didn't stick to the script. He tried to go off script, and I
He
think
tried to-
that's where he
he tried to
failed. Like,
freestyle? Was he trying
yes,
to
like when
freestyle,
Trump
like a free-
said, "Will
yeah.
you get rid of the oil industry?" and he was like, "Yes." And Trump even was like, "Whoa, end the debate now."
No, yeah, exactly. Do you want to say more? He's like, nope.
That's the
No,
end.
whatever.
There you go. A lot of people in Texas and a lot of people in a lot of
Oklahoma.
places are gonna not like to hear that. Biden wants to end the oil industry. Wow.
Well, you know what? They're following the Green Deal. Was it the new Green Deal? What is it called again?
The new
AOC's
Green Deal?
AOC's deal. I don't even know what she's so out of her
Green
mind.
Deal.
Yeah, but they're and the president talks about it, how ridiculous it is that they want to take down skyscrapers because they emit too
We want to
much.
get rid of cows.
There's too much emission from these buildings. They don't need windows.
Little small windows.
So-
He was going on and on about that at the rally the other day.
It's ridiculous. That's why.
No, Trump was like talking about how he wants the little windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a good. That wasn't good for Biden last night. And I loved it when he kept saying, "Joe, who built the cages? Who built the cages? Who built the cages?"
Okay. Now, what were you reading earlier from 40 Head?
Oh, that was good. Want me to read some of it?
Yeah. Well, why don't you just talk about what you read? What are some of the things that were discussed? This is important stuff because it's like,
Well, he went deep into like the history, he went deep into the history of what the backstory, basically,
and I'm going to ask you something.
of Ukraine and
Hunter Biden. How much is he okay, if he's doing this to his niece, if he's doing these things that have been, you know, that's already, the rumors are already out there. Okay, was this happening to him as a child? We talk about it being generational. Has this thing been going on in this family forever and a long time? What do you think, Ed?
Yeah, I do. I think that, I mean, like we talked about the last time we live streamed, there is some sort of sympathy almost you feel for Hunter. You know, it sounds like Joe is like the creep that's just like doing this, you know, whole thing to his family. He's used all their names and put their names into everything, and I think Chanel, when she was reporting about the images, and she was even saying this is his granddaughter, and she mentioned like the callous way someone was mentioning like something's being inappropriate, and how Biden in his response or whatever was like no concern at all for his granddaughter.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
Okay, we're having a deja vu moment because we've already talked about this, and I think we okay. I'm going to go back to what Tim had said earlier, which is this is going on. What is happening right now with the Bidens is a way that governments have been compromised all over the world. Okay, governments and people that are in authority have all been when you get to the near the top, they're either people that are placed into power, that have been groomed from early on to be here in these times and to be in the place and input into power, and also people who have appetites that can be controlled through their appetites. If it's women, if it's drugs, whatever it is, they will place you in. I think of Marion Barry. I think of the mayor of D.C. I think of all kinds of. I think of Anthony Weiner. I think of oh gosh, I think of a lot of politicians. It's been going on for a long time. The blackmail game is on.
Do you want me to read some of this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
Okay, this is who it is.
This is 40 Head on Twitter, and it's a very long thread. I'm starting at post number 58 in this thread. He goes deep into the history of Burisma and all these Ukrainian names I can't say, and how he kind of gives you the backstory. So I'm starting at post 58, so just know that there's a whole kinds of backstory. But this is where he talks about Hunter. He says, so with Burisma in control of Privat, Kolomoylovsky figured out a plan. He decided to populate Burisma's board member seats with well-known people from numerous countries, primarily the United States. Kolomoisky's theory was that by populating the seats on his board with well-known friends or family members of world leaders, Putin and Russia would be less likely to attack and or attempt to take over Privat or Burisma. His first pick was David Leiter, former Senate Chief of Staff to Secretary of State John Kerry. In May of 2014, he became a lobbyist for Burisma. Devin Archer, Democrat bundler and advisor to John Kerry's 2004 presidential campaign, was next. Archer worked with Hunter Biden at Rosemont Capital. Hunter Biden joined Burisma's board as well. Rosemont Capital was co-owned by Chris Hines, John Kerry's son-in-law. Chris Hines made a public statement that he had been invited to join the board of Burisma. Hines declined, his feelings that taking the position would be a conflict of interest and possibly violate U.S. law. Joseph Cofer Black is a former CIA official who was appointed by George W. Bush and led the Office of Counterterrorism. He too joined the board of Burisma. Alan Apter, a heavy-hitting banker who had previously worked for Merrill Lynch and Morgan Stanley, also joined Burisma. Alexander Kowanielewski, former president of Poland, also joined Burisma's board. There is something very key here to look at. In one of the SEC filings, it listed the average annual salary for very highly experienced members of Burisma's board, and that of Sunrise Energy and the others, the low salary of $25,000 a year and a high salary of approximately $75,000 a year. Out of the directors listed in this SEC filing over a period of several years, the average annual salary for a full-time director for the board of these companies was a mere $61,950 a year. We are now hearing that Hunter Biden and several others were being paid up to $1 million per year to sit on the board of Burisma. In one report I read, Hunter Biden was only expected to attend 2 meetings of the board directors per year to earn that money. So Zalazovsky was finally in a position where he was earning serious money working for the Ukrainian oligarch. He had the protection of well-known people on his board of directors, and it looked like it was going to be free sailing for him. Then Viktor Shokin, working as a prosecutor for Ukraine, begins an investigation into Zlotchevsky, Burisma, and the whole history of that corruption. His boss, Yuro Lutsenko, has confirmed Shokin was investigating Burisma as well as members of its board, including Hunter Biden. So Joe Biden steps in. He even bragged about demanding Shokin be fired, and that's the famous video that everyone's seen. In 2016, Trump beat Hillary Clinton. Nobody thought she would lose. Suddenly, the entire Ukrainian deal was wide open for discovery and nowhere enough time to hide it all. The Obama administration deployed U.S. Ambassador Yovanovitch to immediately seek out prosecutor Lutsenko and order him to shut down all investigations of all U.S. politicians and their donors concerning any illegal activities in Ukraine or lose all funding from the U.S. Lutsenko told reporter John Solomon, Yovanovitch gave me a list of people whom we should not prosecute. One of the groups on that list to stop investigations was ANT-AC, the Anti-Corruption Action Center put together by Barack Obama and George Soros. How hilarious. An Anti-Corruption Action Center created by Obama and Soros. And there it is, the monster hiding in the corner. What could George Soros possibly have to do with all of this? Well, we've been told, haven't we? The shadow government. Some of you don't know where that term was coined. I'm going to show you. The link leads to a 7-page PDF that will heavily educate you on the planning and scheming of the godfather, George Soros. In the same year, Harold X., Clinton's chief of staff, and Soros formed the foundation of the Shadow Party, identifying left-wing candidates that could be controlled, ready to move into office at the right time. The article is amazing to read through, a super red pill piece, and it identifies some of the people that this author noted as being part of the Soros' shadow party, including Dem VP candidate Kamala Harris. So she's on the list as someone that can be bought. It really all began with Bill Clinton's presidency. Soros helped him beat George H.W. Bush when Bush Sr. was looking for his second term. Soros manages to find individuals who are either in predicament and capable of being controlled or blackmailed into serving him, or he finds people eager and willing to betray their nation. If they're not already in the government, they are put in a holding pattern and prepped for whatever position Soros believes would be most effective at. If they are in a government already, they may be brand new to the field, or they could be seasoned and experienced individuals. They may be acting a part that doesn't even demonstrate allegiance or loyalty to Soros or the Shadow Party, which made me think of Lindsey Graham, because he never appeared to be like disloyal, but obviously he was. But upon being activated, they will do exactly as they're told in order to collect that paycheck or to avoid having their secrets aired out. Right around the time that Donald Trump won the election in 2016, George Soros nearly emptied his banking accounts and shoved his numerous billions into his open source societies. Why did he do this? Because all assets deployed. Every person in the wind or waiting to be appointed or run for office was activated. Every person under the Shadow Party's lead has received their payment, and assets needed around the globe are readily available. Funding for whatever is needed is easily accessible. So why Ukraine? Why did George Soros have so much interest in Ukraine's gas markets? Well, there is one country in particular that has repeatedly told George Soros to pound sand: Russia. It's believed that Soros approached Kolomoisky and funded Privat in order to challenge Russia's natural gas independence. Putin hated that his economy was threatened by George Soros' involvement in the Ukraine. All of it ties back to one point, one shadowy master, the Godfather. Now, this makes me think that the Godfather reference in all the Q posts is George Soros, which I never...
Who's this 40-head guy?
I don't know.
He's got good stuff.
This is almost over. This dig would not have been possible without the exceptional research and support of @BZulu17 and American 3. They are unstoppable patriots, and their help on this dig made all this possible. Please give them a shout out and a follow. God bless you all. And he has several links, several posts with sauce, lots of sauce, lots of sauce.
This is 40-head. He's got the goods.
40-head on Twitter. So yeah, that was really. And if you
The
want to
number
go
40 and head.
if you want to go read the whole thing, it's like 100 long thread, 100 post long thread. But I just thought that last half was important and interesting to learn. That like that goes along with what Tim was saying about how there was like lots of hunters. That's totally confirms that is that George Soros knew he could do this. He just like controlled and blackmailed, but has money readily available for all these. Gosh, it's just crazy to think that how many of these people are actual assets of the CIA, essentially. Well, we
Operatives.
know that. It's just crazy how many people around are just that. Anyway, what else is going on, Brian?
That was deep, buddy. That's some deep stuff you just
Did I
dropped
put you
there.
to sleep?
It made me eat about 5 gummy bears. So, no, I'm still here. Got any more stories like that? Hyde?
Tim says this mail ballot scheme is backfiring on them big time. How is it backfiring on them, Brian?
I didn't say it.
No, I'm just thinking of how it's backfiring on them. Because they're just gonna have to.
They're
require voter
really
ID.
they're really getting desperate. They're really. I mean, I think they are resorting to things that even though it's part of their plan, it wasn't their A part of their plan. It was like B or C now that they're operating on. And they're doing some pretty crazy things, but that's maybe just my imagination. Maybe I'm just like, maybe it's all part of what was supposed to happen.
So I'm reading what you're saying, Tim. So you're talking about people that already cast their ballots for Biden and then like finding out this crap, how much that sucks, and you can't change your vote. Not allowed. Tim says they're not allowed to change their votes, even if a new candidate is put in. If Biden is removed before Election Day, they will not vote for him, and no new candidate can get enough votes. I know, there's no...
They are going to scream. They're going to scream foul. They're going to scream foul so badly. I don't know what they're going to pull out of their rear ends to make an excuse for, but they're going to scream foul.
Well, I haven't listened to X22, but my mom has, and she like gives me tells me like some things that X22 said. And on X22, she said that today, that he said that when he referenced it's going to be a dark night, that Biden said that during the debates, and that most likely means like a false flag is coming. That people are.
Well, I saw there was a dig. There's somebody that drops stuff out there. I don't want to look it up right now, but it's good.
And also something about his name being Peter Henderson on like his code name in the emails. And Peter Henderson was a character from Jack Ryan movies or books. Who was it, like a KBG's traitor or spy or something? Anyway, I don't know. My mom was just like calling me up and telling me all this stuff.
Should have just left. You should have just put her on live, Heidi.
I know.
But you know what? Heidi's scared that she's going to say something crazy.
No, she's not. No, I'm not.
Then why don't you put her on live? Just throw her on.
Because she didn't. She wanted to get off the phone. That's why she was tired. She's not.
We're gonna trick her next time. We're gonna make her start talking politics and start talking. That'll be Tim. You might be the first. We'll see. But one of you guys, if it's my mother-in-law, it's gonna be a surprise phone call. It'll be like she won't even know, and we'll start asking her questions, and then she'll start dropping her
funny.
knowledge.
She's really good about like when she reads something, she really retains like the story or whatever, especially when it's written like a story, because then she's able to reiterate it with detail, and yeah, she's become a deep researcher. It's fun.
I think I'm gonna have to call it an early night.
Yeah, you know what? Let's call it an early night, and then we'll practice with Tim, see if we can figure it out, and then we'll be ready for tomorrow.
Exciting times, guys. Exciting times. Write down, I guess, your thoughts and your feelings of what's going on, because before you know it, this is going to get past this. But right now, I'm telling you right now, it's just winding up. It's just starting. You guys are going to see it when it starts dropping. Before, gosh, it's going to be a fun weekend.
Every day, I think it's going to be a slow leak with this laptop stuff. That's what I've heard that Giuliani has said. Basically, he's just going to be leaking a bunch, stuff every day until the election. Yeah, I think there's going to continue to be drips and drips and drips of information. I don't quite understand why that's a better strategy than letting it all out at once, but these guys are way smarter than I am, so obviously there's a timetable and a way that they want this stuff to get out in such a way that it just owns the fake news, because the fake news is going to have to cover it, and it's going to be the Streisand effect. They're going to cover it, trying to say that it's fake, and then in doing so, they're going to be covering it.
Explain to explain to anybody who's watching right now what the Streisand effect is.
Streisand effect is when the news media tries to cover up something.
It came from Barbara.
Yeah.
Babs. What'd she do? There's something she got in a fight with the Coastal Commission, and she was trying to.
She didn't want people to know where she lived.
She didn't want people to have access to the beach because she lives in Malibu. So by hiding where she lived and by pretending like she wasn't part of it,
she exposed exactly where she lived, and so that's exactly what's going to happen. What we're going to be seeing.
When unintentional consequences of us moving in a certain direction open up a can of worms for truth, it's going to happen. It's kind of happening with Joe Biden right now in the laptop. That's the tip of the iceberg. There's lots more evidence that's going to come forth, just like you said, with the race sitting on that laptop for a long time and not doing a thing about it. And who else is hiding? You got to think on that level. You guys do. But who else is hiding crimes? A lot of people. It goes deep. And why would they do that? Again, blackmail. They're part of the cult. They've been born in the cult. They've always been part of the cult. There's a lot of compromised individuals out there, including Lindsey Graham.
I know. It's weird.
Well, we're gonna wrap this up. We'll see you guys tomorrow night with the exciting whatever.
Tim, I'll send you a link in Facebook Messenger. So after I end this, check in there and we'll practice and see if we can figure out how to get it to work so we can go for real. And then invite Eve on too tomorrow. And Usher and Glenn. Like, we'll get our little group that's always here on here and figure it out. So let's practice it right now, and then we'll come back.
We'll see. Yeah, we're going to see if we can figure this thing out.
We'll see if we can figure it out.
Thanks, guys. You guys have a good Friday night, and we're going to cut out of here early.
And we might go live tomorrow at whatever event we go to as well.
Beverly Hills. I want to meet Katie Hopkins.